Hello everyone, this is Sansham and this is part 27 of the World of Warcraft Let's Play. In this video we're going to be finishing with Scholomance and then we're going to be going to the Eastern Plaguelands and doing more quests there. This guy is Lord Alexis Barov. He is guarding the final deed that is required to complete the quest, the Barov Family Fortune. Of course he would, because he is a Barov, and I get a nice upgrade to my mail gloves. However, the tank did try to take the gloves as well, but meh, I managed to win them, so I don't really care that much. If you notice throughout the instance, I was actually passing on all the leather stuff that was an upgrade to me because it wasn't my class-specific item, or because I'm wearing mail now, I didn't think it was right if there was a rogue in the party to take his gear from him. Though I probably should have, to be honest, because it's pugs, and really, if you got an upgrade, regardless of what the armor type is, you should really take it. But I'm leveling up, and there's no real reason to just be a bit of a meanie like that by taking his loot. I mean, he can't take my loot, so I guess why should I be taking his? The quest here is the Battle of Darrowshire. Once you put this bag of stuff, or bag of, I'm not quite sure what the bag is of. You put the bag down by the well in the centre of town. You have these ghostly apparitions appear at the ground. The objective of this quest is to make sure that the Red Path guy survives long enough for him to die, and then he gets resurrected as this evil guy, and then you need to kill him in order to complete the quest. This quest does bug an incredible amount of times, so if you see the message, Red Path has died, Captain Red Path has died, and yet no mob appears, that means that it is actually bugged, so it's a good idea to go away and then come back later, because it needs to be reset. Though it is kind of annoying. This quest actually used to be a raid quest prior to the Cataclysm changes to all the questing, but it could have actually been done solo at level 70, I think. I think you could solo it at level 70. But yeah, it used to be a raid quest prior to that. I'm not really sure what the item bonus was for. But for this quest, make sure to stay right next to Captain Redpath. Ignore the other mobs. It isn't a priority to make sure that anything else survives. Just enough in order for Captain Redpath to be corrupted. As you can see, he has been corrupted. So now you nuke him down, and then once he is dead, you'll get you'll get some text in the front of your screen telling you that Captain Redpath is in the centre of the square. You ask him, and he'll give you his forgiveness. And then you just go back to Pamela Redpath here, and you get some nice items and experience from her. And I think that's it. You then get a quest for bring Joseph's key to Joseph's chest. Joseph's chest is right behind Pamela Redpath, not in the house, but around the back of the house. And you will get a nice blue item from this. I think I managed to get a... There was nothing for me though, because there was nothing good for Hunter that was better for my two-handed staff. So it was just a blue one-hander. And while leveling for hunters, I just tend to just wait. I just tend to use two-handers. I can't really be bothered to switch between two one-handers and one two-hander. And while leveling, it really doesn't make that much difference. However, if I was, like level 85 and raiding, of course I would keep two sets, because you want to get the best stats. There's no real reason to be, well, I'm not playing a hunter unless I have a staff. Even though this 200 axe is so much better for me, I'm a staff hunter. Yeah, that's kind of like a kick from the raid there, because you're deliberately harming yourself and your raid by meaning you do slightly less DPS. As you can see here, we are at not at Lighthouse Chapel, we're at a... one second. We're at a tower just by Lighthouse Chapel, and after we've done a few quests for this tower, we will then be going to Lighthouse Chapel right after this. It's ridiculous how bright the actual light is at the top of these towers. Like, literally, you can't see anything. I have no idea what is at the top of those towers, but it's making a freaking huge amount of light. This is Vex Tull. You're trying to get this zombie troll to join your cavalcade of caravanning troopers. In order to actually get him to join you, or whoever, you need to fight him in battle or pass his test of strength. And his test of strength is to have 3 zombie trolls try and attack you from behind. You kill them, and then he's willing to join your troop. Yes. The quest we got here is Frederick's Fish Fancy. Apparently he wants to prevent the apparently there's a lot of grouper in this plagued lake here, and we need to save some of the smaller plagued sea creatures, I guess, because a lot of these like mollusks. You need to save the snails, save the small fish, and save the crittery lobster type things in order to make a nice stew for the Frederick, the cook. However, Frederick tells you to do this quest under the pretense of, oh, we need to save them, but really he just wanted ingredients to make a stew. So, yes, he was motivated by hunger, not by empathy or any sort of moral commandment there. Yes, the quest we got here is there are 2 quests: to kill with purpose. We need to collect coagulated rot. In order to create coagulated rot, we need to collect some living rot from the undead around the area. The other quest is the Dark Garb. You need to kill death cultists in this town here, and then you will get a disguise that will be used for a quest after you've managed to complete the quest in this area here. Right here I managed to pull up way more mobs than I really should have, but I only managed to get to half health, so it was a win, and we managed to get all the living rot we needed to craft our coagulated rot here. I think we did anyway. Are we going to craft a coagulated rot? Yes, you needed to collect 7 living rot in order to create a coagulated rot using the pestle mortar you were given. I am assuming it was a pestle mortar. I don't really know how you would create coagulated rot. Yes. We now have both the headgear. Here we go. We now get the quest. We need to use Bettina's flasks on living elementals within Lake Meladar to obtain 8 active liquid plague agent. So we're literally creating plague ingredients here. You need to go south of the town and you go into this elemental lake type area. The plague ravagers are in the area. This is kind of annoying. This is kind of an annoying quest as a hunter because you need to be right next to the mobs in order to use the item, and I think you need to get them to low health. Do you need to get them to low health? 1 second. No, you just need to be right next to them, use the item, and then they become a tiny water elemental, and then you need to kill them from afar. Yes, you can only use it once per mob, and this does take quite a while to do. There aren't that many mobs, so if there were 2 people actually questing in this area, this would actually mean you would actually have to wait a little bit for some mobs to respawn. Though because Eastern Plaguelands there aren't that many people in this area actually questing, which I think is a damn shame because Eastern Plaguelands questing is actually one of the better questing areas in Cataclysm. It's not as good as Western Plaguelands, but it's incredibly close, so it's a nice continuation of the questing there. And once you've collected all the plague agents, you then get a quest called Just a Drop in the Bucket, where you need to disturb the plague cauldron that the Cult of the Damned are using in the Death Cultist base camp right by the lake. You can either put in a drop of the liquid, which apparently was the correct thing to do, or you can put in all 12 flasks. You can put in 1 flask. However, if you're gonna, deliberately break the rules, i.e., she told you to put in 1 drop from the flask in order to avoid a cataclysmic explosion, why, when you already know it's going to cause some horrible things to happen, why do you ever decide, instead of using all of the flasks, I'm going to make a moderation and only use 1? That seems to be kind of a weird brain interpretation there. Of course, I wanted to see what would happen, so I threw in all 12 flasks, and it just knocks you into the air. If you have your back to the water, you just tend to survive. I expect you take a lot of damage if you manage to get whacked into a place that isn't the water, but I highly doubt it will actually kill you outright, to be honest. The quests in Lightshub's Chapel are quests in order to make sure that Gidwin and Tarana become paladins of the Argent Crusade, and we go through some tests and some quests for them in their duties as new paladins of the Order. This is the Brotherhood of Light. I think it's the Brotherhood of Light. No. It's an Argent called the Trial of the Crypt. Apparently this is a trial all paladins of the Argent Crusade and Lights Up Chapel have to take in order to prove that they are worthy of actually becoming a paladin. What happens is this old paladin, who is now a spirit, tests your resolve by resurrecting old Argent Crusaders, and then comes and fights you himself. Once you manage to kill him, he'll deem you worthy to be a paladin of the Argent Crusade, and then Tarana and Gidwin will become honorary paladins, or at least not honorary. They'll become initiate paladins of the Brotherhood of the Argent Crusade, and then they get some quests, and they'll accompany you in the questing from now on for the quest for Lights Up Chapel. They'll actually aid you in doing all the quests, so they give you a nice boost to make you do the quest and make the questing much easier. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you want to subscribe to the channel, please subscribe. If you want to comment, please comment. If you want to like the video, please like. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, there's a link in the description below. Thank you for watching. Peace out.